What's going on, everyone? What up, what up? It's your girl, Audie, getting at you guys with another What It Do at Audie's W2. So, today is, what is today? Friday, September 12th, 2025. And yeah, I am in my office. I already worked this morning. I did Amazon. I did an Amazon block. And yeah, I had to start at like 4 o'clock in the morning. So yeah. But yeah, so welcome to another What I Do at Audie's W2 podcast episode. So yeah, update. I actually quit my W2. Big, huge surprise, right? Not really, but yeah, it wasn't really working for me. Last week I worked only 2 days, and yeah, just ended up calling off one day. Was it? Oh my gosh, I don't even remember. But anyhow, I hit up my boss last week and I was like, yeah, I won't be able to return to work because of my ills. And I had showed up to work and then I got like really sick. Like as I was trying to work, I started to get sicker and sicker. And it was to the point where I had to keep running to the restroom. And yeah, it was just really bad. It got to the point where my vision started to get snowy. I started to get dizzy. I was already like nauseated. And yeah, it just like drinking water didn't help. Sitting down, taking a breath didn't help. My heart was beating really fast. And I was like, you know what? Like, I have to leave. I had my mother on the phone with me. And, because my mom, she's my safe place. And spiritually, she is she's a healer as well. She has her own way of healing. It's a lot different than the way that I heal. And I was like, I have to go. And my mom, she was praying over me, praying for me. She was trying to comfort me. And I was just like, I couldn't focus on what she was trying to do for me. Not trying to make this like a spiritual podcast or anything, but yeah, I just was like, I have to leave. So I texted my boss, told him that, hey, like I can't work today. And I just got in my car and as I was leaving, heading towards the exit, Terry, you guys heard me talk about wonderful Terry. He was done sorting my packages and oh my gosh, he was pulling a pallet with my packages to my location, which obviously I wasn't there anymore. And my boss caught me and he was like, hey, what's going on? Are you leaving? And I was like, yeah, I text you. And he said he understood and I left. Just feeling like shit all the way home. I was afraid that I might have to pull over on the highway and throw up my guts, but that didn't happen. So I was very relieved and thankful when I got home. I was exhausted. I wasn't quite sure if I should take anything, to settle my stomach. I was sipping water. And I just had a good rest. I was feeling embarrassed, humiliated because I don't like to leave a job undone. I'm very prideful when it comes to work, because yeah, I just don't like walking away from something unfinished. So yeah, I messaged my boss and I said, hey, I'm not gonna be returning to work. He said he understood, and that if I wanted to work again, that I was more than welcome to come back. So that was really, really nice. I I wanted to ask that, like, hey, if I wanted to come back, what do you say? Like, can I come back? And he said, yeah. So I'm very thankful for him. I'm so thankful that he was very understanding. He didn't give me no shit about nothing. And I wish him so much luck. He was like the best boss I've ever had out there in the world. And I wish him nothing but success. So, what is gonna be going on with what it do at Audie's W2? Well, that's what I'm gonna briefly talk about. So yeah, I got another job. And you guys will never, ever, 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 ever guess. Well, except for one person would guess that listening to this episode. Hey, babe. Yeah, my husband knows. But yeah, if you guys guessed Amazon, you would be correct. Yeah, I got a job at Amazon at a fulfillment center, and I gathered that they work with Excel inventory, like the very big. I don't think it's just appliances, but I think it can get to that much, right? Back in the day, I did used to work with forklifts and scissor lifts and tractors even. So driving or working with those machineries. Yeah, the last time that I was on one of those things with Amazon was, oh my gosh, like before I met my husband. And I did not have a good experience. During training, I got motion sickness, like really bad. So I don't even know. I might have to talk to somebody about it. But I'm going to ask, like, yo, I get motion sickness, like really bad. So can you guys swap me to doing something just on the floor? So yeah, I'm not going to tell you guys when I start. But as of right now, I am working on my strength. Like I'm starting. I really haven't been, but I'm starting to get myself back into the gym. I'm not really into like weightlifting, but like I'm starting to like exercise my arms. I'm trying to do a lot of back strength training, and of course my legs, doing a bunch of walking. And I love doing leg presses. Like it really stretches me out. I'm doing exercises with like these little dumbbells, and I have dumbbells here at home, which Rob had purchased me a couple months ago. I've been using that here in the office. Every time I'm going to take a break doing computer stuff, then I break those out and I start doing those. And it's really helping me a lot. So that's great. But yeah, and I'm starting to slowly start eating better. I went grocery shopping yesterday and I got a few things, or ordered a few things and picked them up. I'm making it sound like I walked around the store when I didn't. But yeah, so I'm just making myself little meals and things. Tonight I'm going to have a chicken Caesar salad, so it's going to be lit. So I'm going to throw those on the grill. So yeah, and I'm starting to kind of plan out like a menu for myself for my lunches at my job. So yeah, like I'm really excited. I wish I could start my job immediately. And I am concerned about my health while doing this job. So I thought I would be better prepared at this previous job, at my previous W-2. But I don't know, I feel like I could have done a lot more better, but the job just wasn't overall, like it wasn't worth it to me. Like I was losing more money than I was making. So, you know, this job is going to be a lot more better. So yeah, I'm just really trying to better prepare myself during these really long hours at Amazon. So, and I guess I should ask the question again, like what's gonna go on with the W-2. So, the thing that I worry about is at Amazon or at any job really, it's very repetitive. Like if you're doing the same thing over and over, like what's to report back, right? Like what would Audie talk about in each week on the W-2? And I think I talked about this when I was at FedEx, like, and I didn't even follow through it because I was like, yeah, you know, I'm going to take this time and like exercise my body, you know, get my strength back. And, you know, I forget what I was wanting to document, but I guess what I would document with the W-2 to keep the podcast going is, I mean, I guess I would talk about, oh my, that's like another thing. Like, I don't want to always talk about me being sick, right? I mean, because you guys know that I throw up, you guys know that I have like digestion problems, and you guys know that I get motion sickness. You know that I know I talked about like how many steps I've taken and shit like that, but yeah, I think talking about my job, I mean, especially after training, like after training, they throw you on the floor and then you just get started and then you stick with that for the rest of however long you decide to stay with the company doing the same thing, repetitive things. I was watching some YouTube videos of Amazon workers actually, and some of them have actually stated that you can actually ask to be rotated, or you can, you know, like if you just request to stay in a certain department, or you know what I mean? So I'm thinking like I would like to explore like different things. Like, I mean, I already know how I'm gonna feel in those machines, right? Because if they stick me on those machines, like the forklift, and you know, because it's a lot of spinning around, if you guys didn't know, like going up on those pit machines, and you know, you're on the scissor lift and you're like 40 feet high, but you're driving the motherfucker, and like you can lower it down, and you know, it's like the pit machine, you know, like these machines that go up and down, and you can go up and down as you're driving. And I just get sick, like it's fucking crazy. Like I never used to get motion sickness, but even that last time when I tried it and I got sick, I didn't even think to have motion sickness pills. And now that I take them and I use them and they work, I'm thinking like, dude, I'm gonna have to probably chuck these things every time I come to work, just so that I don't get sick. But I was thinking about asking like, hey, like, can I do like a quarter of my shift or maybe half of my shift on a pit machine, and then like you guys can like throw me somewhere else in the facility. So I'm going to ask things like that, but I guess the only things that I would be able to report are like, hey, this is what I've done today. Like, I was on pit, or I was doing this, or I was doing that, and this is what I have for lunch, and this is how many steps I've taken today. Like, I mean, it's not really exciting, right? Like, it's not. I don't even know if, because when you're at Amazon, you don't really like talk to anyone either. So, like, it's not that you can make friends. I mean, you see people and they help you with something and you're just like, oh, hey, what's going on? Hey, how are you doing? But, like, you don't get to, like, sit and talk and, visit unless, like, it's at break time or if it's at lunchtime. And I just think for me, it would be best to, like, not make friends. Yeah, sure, say hello to somebody, like on our way to, like, break or something like that. But to sit with someone at lunch, I would rather talk to my husband. So yeah, like, I don't know what I would report other than, like, hey, I was able to make it to the gym before I went to my job, or things like that. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea at this point, but I do still want to keep up with the W-2. If anything goes on at work, or if something crazy goes on at Amazon, or like how the holiday season is going to be doing us, and shit like that. I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll just play it by ear. But anyhow, I'm about to get off of here. I just wanted to check in with you guys and let you guys know what has gone on with my previous W-2. Yeah, Audie's done with that one. Will Audie return and work for that company again? It's a possibility. I'm not gonna lie. My boss is really cool, and it is really flexible, and I really like how if you have, like, a giant fucking package that you don't want to take, that you can remove it from your route. So yeah, I would love to go back and be paid a little bit more. All right, so yeah, it's 3:33 right now, and I'm gonna hit up my husband and let him know that it's 3:33. Yay! So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this out to you guys, and I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you all so much for pressing play, and don't forget to add, rate, comment, subscribe, follow, and share. And I will hit you guys probably before or after my training. How about that? So yeah, just subscribe, follow, and you guys will get an update of when training happens. Okay, and be sure to check that episode. I would love to see you guys there. And yeah, I will talk to you guys in the next What It Do at Audie's W2.